Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Catherine Corona here. Welcome. Welcome. What is it, day 28 maybe? Who knows? I'm always getting these numbers mixed up, but I think so. So we're coming up to kind of the end. Happy Memorial Day. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the recording, happy day. So for the reflection today, I've talked before about gratitude and judgment. Judgment being the cause of almost all, if not all, our ailments, emotionally, mentally, physically. And then there's a spectrum. So we're revisiting this. There's a spectrum of judgment, right? There's on this side, there can be irritation, impatience, even. Impatience, like, I'm judging, I want it to go faster. I want that person to do something faster or differently. You're not doing it the way I want to. That's a judgment. Wanting it to be your way is on the lower end. And then over here is, I want to kill that person, which I actually recently heard from a friend of mine who got swindled. And just a couple of days ago, she really was in that kind of judgment. So there's the spectrum. So my teacher, John Roger, and many other people's, the key to living well, being happy, is forgiving the judgment. But what does that mean? I've known that for over 40 years, but sometimes it's just words. I forgive the judgment. I forgive myself for judging whatever it is. For myself, usually, the judgments are always against ourselves, ultimately. But it's just words. A lot of times, at least for me, if those magic words work for you, fantastic, and work them. But I've found that bringing the energy of gratitude, which I was talking about I think it was yesterday, the last reflection time, bringing the gratitude in or looking for what was good in that situation is the forgiveness. That is the forgiveness process. That changes, at least for me in my experience, the energy of it. So, for example, okay, my own experience, I got swindled once, badly, really badly, for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I got swindled. And it was actually not out of my pocket. It was in revenues to be earned. And it's a long and boring story. I won't bore you with it, but the violation was the worst part. It was from a friend of mine. The only way, I was furious with myself for getting conned. I was furious with him for betraying my trust, all those things. The only way to live with it, and he's still a friend of mine. I talked to him last night. I mean, I wouldn't be in business with him. I wouldn't be foolish, but I don't hold a grudge either. And why? Because I looked for what was good in it. I found the gratitude. Looked for what was still good in the relationship and in the situation, what I learned. So I learned to be a better business person, and you can just find, and not that I made them up. These were true, sincere things. Not that I romanticized it either or rationalized it. I don't mean that, because you can get into fantasy, romanticized ideas, but there's nothing of substance in those. And they don't do much good. There's no real meat when you're in some kind of optimistic fantasy. I mean, a serious gratitude, a serious look at what you really learned in that situation. Now, over on this low spectrum, just say you're impatient with somebody. What can you be maybe you have to dig, because the subtler it gets, the harder it can be to dig into the meat of, hey, Mike is scratching at the window. And Come on, you can come up. Here, he's going to join us. There's Mike. Hi, Mike. Say hello. He's going to settle in on my lap. He loves this energy. My dog Pete is down here. They love to come to this energy. So we're going to work with that in our meditation. And I hope that gives you some clues to self-mastery in terms of basically just being happy and healthy is not judging, but not judging can be the energy of gratitude, acceptance, loving, patience. And then the mastery is how you get there. And you don't skate above it. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't skate above it with romantic ideas or optimistic, empty platitudes to yourself. You really look at what is the good in the person, the situation, and take that in, and then the energy is shifted. And that's what we're going for. We're going for that cat hair. We're going for that, because judgment is like this dark, cloudy, gray energy, and it's even dark and black, like in the friend of mine that wants to just kill this swindler. And she got swindled for a couple $1 million. It's a lot. She also, though I will say, looked at it and recognized how she got into the situation and copped to it. And she said, I got greedy. Wow. I just acknowledged her so much for that kind of awareness. It's pretty awesome. She still wanted to kill the guy, but she'll get there. She'll get there. Sometimes it just takes time. So let's, because she's an aware, conscious person, or working on it, like we all are, or you wouldn't be doing this meditation time together, because it's all about awareness. So here we go. We're all students. We're just all students. So let's take a breath. Mike, take a breath. Oopsies. Here's Mike. Mike is very cozy. And let it out. And another breath in from the base of your spine all the way up. Hold it for a moment and then let it out. And another breath in. Hold it for a moment. And as you let it out, just let go of anything that leaves you not present in this moment with yourself. And just breathe normally. And let everything just come into a place of stillness and peace. And there we go. And in this place of stillness, we just open ourselves to that deepest loving in our hearts. We open ourselves and invite the wisdom of our soul. We open ourselves and invite the most holy of spirit to be with us in this time of healing, expansion, and growth, and of just basking in the loving, healing energy from which we are all created. We breathe in this beautiful sense of loving, this pranic force, this life energy, and observe it going to all the places in our beingness that needs it. And if there are any places, any issues, or any judgments that come to mind, we just ask for this light of grace to be in those places and the field of energy of thankfulness and gratefulness. And in that, looking for what is good in the situations that maybe bug you, on the lower end and you judge on the higher end, and you want to, if there's a real higher end of judgment, something maybe that you want to take vengeance or revenge, or that would be in the higher end of judgment. And look at that situation and find what's good there. What's good with the person, what's good in the situation, what's good with you, what are you learning there? Now just hold with that for a minute as you work that process. Finding what's good, recognizing the thing that bugs you or that you're judging, looking for what's good. And then looking for what's good is gratitude. And as the energy shifts, you open even more deeply to the divine grace of your soul, of the soul of God, and let it wash out any cloudiness or darkness or stickiness or stuckness or thoughts that aren't full and happy and uplifted, or feelings, frustration or impatience or restlessness even, comes from judgment typically. Feel that place of peace wash over you. And you can just let yourself enjoy it. Just bring that field of energy into every part of you. And just let it bathe you in its light. Let it bless every part of you. Let it fulfill your destiny and your purpose. And as it releases any conditioning that may have colored your path forward in life, perhaps out of conditioning or maybe somebody else's ideas of what was best for you, or a church's ideas of anything that's not in alignment with your soul, you see your purpose and your destiny that you've come forward on this planet to fulfill. You see that blessed. And in your mind's eye, you see the inner master come forward to be with you. And your inner master looks in your eyes with so much loving, so much recognition of who you are, of the truth of your expression, of your talents and gifts. And in this moment, it gives you a statement of your purpose and destiny here. It may start out with, "You, beloved, are the one who," and listen for its direction. I'll give you a few moments to be and listen to the inner master. And And you can just repeat those words to yourself. You, beloved, are the one who. If you didn't hear it clearly enough or you're wondering, you can make these words up, mock them up. It's perfectly fine. It's all you anyway. So the inner master says to you, and you can make this up, you, beloved, are the one who. Now remember those words, so when you come back to your body and to this earth, you can write them down. And that statement reverberates through your entire being. And there's parts of you that jump for joy and enthusiasm. This is your purpose. This is your direction. As you spent these days clearing out, cleaning up, reordering, regenerating, renewing yourself, healing yourself, you've made lots of room inside your consciousness for new beginnings, exciting things, things your heart has always wanted, always loved, and is ready to undertake. And in this purpose, the divine knower has given you this statement that is you, is for you, and lights a path in front of you. And again, it said, you, beloved, are the one who. Breathe that in. Enjoy the new beginning. See that light shining forward on a path into the future and blessing the present and lighting up the past, healing the memories of the past, healing it all. And in this wholeness and in this new beginning, there's this great celebration, a celebration in every part of your consciousness, every part of your psyche. Your body feels enlivened. The heavens are singing. You are graduating into a new level, a new place in existence. And you can pat yourself on the back for really a job well done. It was time, and you knew it, and you got yourself here to go through this process day by day, or however you did it, and opened up a huge place inside for greater love, greater fulfillment, for a deeper purpose, for fulfilling your destiny, for greater fun and greater joy. And just breathe that in and breathe it out. And you, beloved, are the one who. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So one of the things I've been taught by this teacher I talk about a lot, John Roger, is he did a process called programming the universal mind. It's where you take a statement, something that you're going forward with, and you just say it over to yourself 100 times. This programs what he said, the universal mind, and he has a recording of that at msi.org if you want to dig deeper in it. But what I'm going to be doing today is taking that statement, writing it down after this, and then doing it 100 times. And it takes me, I do this, I've done this throughout 45 years a lot. It is so powerful and magical to help manifest what comes from the inside. And it works with these outside processes of ours, our mind, emotions, and just even the magnetic world of bringing to fruition what we're manifesting, always for the highest good. You want to say that, always for the highest and best good for yourself. So write down your statement. If you want to, consider doing it 100 times. I'm doing that today. Depending on how long your statement is, it'll take about 45 minutes to an hour. I dedicate my time to that, and then I let it go. And it's in the hands of the universal mind. It's programmed in our different levels of how we manifest things. And, you see it as an experiment if you want, but it's powerful. So thank you very much. We're coming to the last days. And so there's a lot more depth. If you feel a lot of stuff coming up, just hang in there with yourself. I have a cat with a lot of cat hair on my lap, and it's just making my nose itch. See you next time. Namaste. Love you guys. Big hug. This is so fun. Thank you.